Put your regulator in the back.
Put your regulator in.
So I've jumped out of a plane, but I've never gone scuba diving. But after watching all of these videos, I'm not sure if I really want to at this point. I know scuba diving can be exhilarating and you can see some pretty cool stuff underwater, but I don't know if I'm willing to risk my life. What if I go underwater and I start panicking and I start freaking out? Well, what do you guys think? Would you guys go scuba diving? Let me know what is the scariest thing that you would do. Let me know in the comment section below. Well, how's it going, you guys? I'm your host for this one, Landon Dallitzing, and welcome back to another most amazing top 10 video. Just letting you guys know on Instagram, we're giving away money, so make sure you guys head over there at Landon Productions, and we're gonna be choosing a winner very, very soon if we haven't already chosen one. And if we have, we'll probably do another contest very soon. So today we're going to be taking a deep dive underwater and talk about the top 10 scuba divers caught freaking out on camera. So let's get started. And one of these might be me one day. Alright, starting us off, number 10, we have a cave diving incident.
Wow, I don't know what's going on. Get the gear off. No. Stop.
This video makes me want to take 100 deep breaths in a row, and this is exactly why I never want to go cave diving. So much can happen, so much wrong can happen. First of all, I've seen the movie Descent. It didn't end well for anybody. Secondly, caves are a dark and scary place already. I don't need to add any more danger by scuba diving in one. I'd rather go to a nice shallow reef with my snorkeling kit where I can see land and touch the ground. If I feel like I'm drowning, all I have to do is stand up. A scuba diving prank gone wrong, and this brings us into number 9. Oh yeah, sure, it's all fun and games until someone panics in the open ocean and dies. Okay, no, seriously, what scuba diving certification course did you do? Cause I'm pretty sure that is not in the manual. I think there is a time and place for pranks, and being underwater is definitely not the time or place to pull off a jump scare. What if you jump scare off your mask and then all of a sudden you can't get oxygen and then everything is gone, it became real. Number 8 takes us over to oxygen deprivation. A diver and her husband were scuba diving in a cave and they found themselves in an area with bad air. The woman struggled to stay afloat and is deprived for oxygen for a very long period of time.
Put your regulator in the back.
Put your regulator in.
I can't keep my dry suit inflated up.
Okay, that video makes you want to just take a nice deep breath of air. Let's just all do it together. And let it out. Apparently this woman has been diving for 25 years, but I think she's only been diving for 25 seconds because she should have been able to handle herself in this situation. Well, you would think. Unlucky number 7 brings us to a girl freaking out. Let's see what made her lose her shit. Okay, she's definitely not excited to be scuba diving next to a humpback whale. I mean, it's pretty damn cool, but I would be freaking out. That thing is way too big. It can eat me way too easily. Maybe at first she thought it was a hungry shark. Honestly, I'm super jealous of her right now because I think this would be an amazing experience if you can get over the fear of it. I'm sure that once she was back on the boat, she was probably really happy that she was able to capture that footage. But the question is, will she go scuba diving ever again? Probably not. A flooded mask takes us into number 6. Okay, oh god, it's hard to watch some of these videos. How does the diving instructor remain so calm? And why do people find scuba diving so fun? All of these training exercises look like hell. I know that panicking is probably the most dangerous thing that you can do in the ocean, but how do you control your instincts? Couldn't a lot of these exercises be done in the safety of a pool and, you know, not in the open water? I'm just saying that scuba diving is probably not for me, and if you're certified, I'm actually actually really impressed. A training exercise gone wrong takes us into number 5. During a routine drill on what to do when your mask gets flooded, well, this diver started to panic because he apparently forgot all of his training and didn't know what to do. I think I would be able to handle myself in this situation. You just have to focus on your breathing. I guess it's easier said than done, but try to keep calm and try not to let your instincts take over. Even though this guy doesn't seem to freak out too much, you could definitely see that his breathing became rapid and all he wanted to do was swim as fast as he could to the surface. And unless he wants decompression sickness, that is not the smartest thing to do. Another training exercise that has gone horribly wrong is at number 4. During this exercise, the cameraman got vertigo, so he wasn't even able to tell which direction that he was going in. And after this, another diver started to freak out. When I read the comments, a lot of certified divers said that this video was absolute disastrous. Everything that happened in the video could have been prevented. It was clear that these divers were not properly prepared for this deep dive. In the first 5 minutes, they blew an air drum, one of their friends panicked, and they knocked his respirator out of his mouth, which is the one thing he needed to survive. A scary fish swims into this list next up at number 3. Okay, did you guys see that cute little fish swimming beside the girl? Well, apparently she thought that this fish was a shark or something because she believed that she was about to be attacked. She was about to be a snack for the big fella. Well, it's not that big. So she started to freak out. Watch this. First of all, I feel really bad for her boyfriend. She hit him a couple times pretty hard in the face, and secondly, this girl should not be diving. Okay, no, seriously, she shouldn't be surprised that there are fish in the frickin' ocean. Like, what else did she expect? She might want to consider selling her diving gear and enroll herself in a safer hobby or something, maybe like knitting, maybe reading if you don't mind the occasional paper cuts. I know paper cuts can be dangerous at times. Up next, number 2, we have a panicking diver who becomes violent. That sounds like a deadly combination. Let's have a look. As you guys can see, the dive master started to have a panic attack, but one of the instructors tried to restrain him, and then another tries to help him as well. Personally, if someone was trying to hold me down while I was underwater, I'd probably be freaking out even more. I think I would go full Bruce Lee on them, maybe Hulk it out. But if you thought that was bad, take a look what happens next. One of the instructors removed the man's mask. Apparently this was the only way they could stop him from causing any more problems. I'm pretty sure I'd have a heart attack and die on the spot if someone did that to me. These videos are making me never want to try scuba diving. Well, actually, maybe I'll try it, but I'll do it in a swimming pool, and we're not even talking about the deep end. It's gotta be shallow, like a foot. Diving into number 1, we have peer pressure. A woman was pushed into doing something that she wasn't comfortable doing. Her friends forced her to go scuba diving when she clearly wasn't properly trained. But at the end of the day, she's a grown woman who is more than capable of making her own decisions. I just hope for her sake, she won't go scuba diving ever again. Roll the clip. This video is literally giving me so much anxiety. She started to panic underwater and began to remove her mask. I'm pretty sure that is the dumbest thing that you can do while underwater, and I guess during her freak out she wasn't really thinking properly. In a state of panic, she refused to put on the respirator back on her mouth, but she was too busy trying to swim to the surface. The other trainers dived desperately trying to put the respirator back into her mouth, but she was being way too difficult. Well, there you guys have it. You all made it to the end of this video. I just want to say thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys all in the next most amazing top 10 video. Bye.